China is trying to build a chip maker to rival the world's best.
No, 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 no. Here we go wrong again. This is your favorite half Chinese. Let's get the facts straight. China is not building a chip maker to rival the world's best. China is building chip makers because they were forced to do so, as it was the United States of America that put unilateral illegal sanctions on Huawei and other Chinese private-owned companies, with secondary sanctions on top of that, trying to strangle China's tech development, which pushed Chinese tech firms and Huawei specifically into a stage of determination for self-reliance. And so they pushed extremely hard for their independence, as the United States, including the collective West, has shown not to be a reliable source anymore, as at any point of time they are willing to cut you off and destroy your companies. And this is why they built a chip maker. Do you people see how they use these choice of words to distort the truth, as now it looks like China's development is quite hostile towards Western companies, while the truth of the matter is that it was born out of hostile behavior towards Chinese private-owned companies, and thus we should label it as defensive, which is quite the opposite than that they would like you to think, according to this piece of propaganda. Anyway, let's continue.
And Huawei's latest phone has become a symbol of that.
No, 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 again no. Now we see that because of that one twist of words, making it a hostile development, the whole video is wrong. No, Huawei's new phone is not a symbol of effort to rival the world's best. It is a symbol of a failed policy towards China, which will now cost jobs. Many jobs and opportunities in the West. It is a symbol for what Chinese stand for. Namely, whether you try to block us or not, we will always find our path and continue. It shows the determination of the Chinese people to survive while being under constant attack and threats of certain countries, placing illegal unilateral sanctions on their private businesses and entities. It shows the innovation that China and the Chinese people have. It shows how delusional certain policymakers are, thinking that these unilateral illegal sanctions wouldn't blow up right in their face and strengthen China by becoming more and more self-reliant. That is what it symbolizes. And now you may continue.
We sacrificed the Mate 60 Pro in the name of science and found out it's powered by the best made-in-China chip yet. Building the silicon at 7 nanometers while subject to US sanctions shows just how far Huawei and China's top chip maker SMIC can go without outside help. The mystery isn't over, as we still need to know if these chips can be manufactured in large volumes and at reasonable cost. But for now at least, China has scored a big publicity win, if nothing else.
A big publicity win, nothing else. The downplaying of this success is just the unwillingness to be honest to their own people so they can install a flawed ideology into the people's their mind. To have their own people to go along to further extend it to the West on long-term detrimental policies, as people who have a flawed ideology will go along with flawed policies. It kinda is something else. It shows that they yet again were innovative enough to get around these unilateral illegal sanctions, and that they had a great breakthrough in chip making of which nobody in the world would have thought that they had by now. It also shows that China is on a good track to become self-reliant, and that a dragon of a competitor will arise soon on the chip-making market, like the phoenix rising out of the ashes. Mind you, the world was watching when these countries went after private-owned Chinese companies. Do you think they still see the other parties as reliable partners, knowing they can be cut off at any time? In fact, Huawei itself didn't do anything about publicity, but yes, nothing else. Let me know your views on this. Do you people see how they use this wording to just change the gravity of the whole story and to downplay it? They try to sell this off like it is just another nothing burger, while it should be a clear warning that the way we in the West conduct ourselves towards China only will harm us in the long run. Just think of all the jobs lost, all the revenue lost, and by losing revenue, you also lose the extra money to do research. When you have less research money, you have less development. When you have less development, you have more chances for other people to catch up. When others catch up and you are in this state of decay, you will be finishing last. And what if Chinese companies start to sell their machines cheaper and seen as a more reliable trade partner? We in the West shouldn't think nothing else. But what on earth have we done to ourselves? This is deliberately downplaying a great achievement, but at what cost? Well, the cost of our free liberal democracy that we have no more since we are being lied to time and time after again, which makes us not qualified to make any decision as we have no truthful information available. Anyway, please let me know what you think of it in the comment section, but please keep it respectful, like and share, and if you have not yet, then follow. This was your favorite half Chinese, and as always, have a great day.